Hi guys, if you don't already know who I am, I go by Kaki. Thank you for joining in. I'm going to be pulling messages for the week, and then I will be posting this on YouTube as well. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and take a couple deep breaths, and then I'll go ahead and clear the energy in the cards and pull some messages for the week, as I mentioned. So we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in through our nose. Hold it, and then out through your mouth. Breathing in light through your nose. And slowly out through your mouth. And one more deep breath. And out through your mouth. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle the cards, and as I'm shuffling the cards, you guys are more than welcome to set your intentions for whatever it is that you want to come up, or anything that might be on your mind. Yeah, as I'm shuffling, you can go ahead and set your intentions. Like I said, I'm gonna be pulling cards for the week. Other than that, just remember that take what resonates and leave the rest. Get in where you fit in. Not all the messages, since it is a collective message, it's not everything's going to necessarily apply to you. But I'll go ahead and start shuffling, and I will be saying a prayer. You can adjust it to whatever you believe in and your needs. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer that I use to guide me. Sorry, but okay. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, Universe. Thank you for everything that you do for us. Thank you for all of the love, the protection, and the blessings. Please clear the energy, good and bad, from these cards so that we may receive the messages that we need to hear at this very moment. What messages do we need to hear for this week? What are the messages for the week? Okay, so there goes one. I'm going to go ahead and keep shuffling, and then I'll go over them at the end. What other messages would you like for us to hear at this very moment? Messages for this week, please. Also, I am at the park. That was too many. I'm at the park, so excuse all the background noise. One message, please. One more card. Alright, I think I'm going to pull two more cards. And then I'll show these to you guys, and I'll go over them as well. Please cleanse and clear the energy in these cards so that we may receive the messages that are in our highest good and the highest good of everybody around us. What other messages would you like for us to hear at this very moment for the rest of the week? What are the messages? Okay, so we got two here. And I'm feeling like I should pull one more. So let's go ahead and do one more. Just kidding, they said two more. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and show these to you guys, and then I'll go over them. I will be using the guidebook to help me go through these since I am still getting comfortable with doing messages for the public. But we have the Princess of Swords in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Five of Diamonds. The Four of Swords in reverse. The Seven of Swords. And then the King of Swords. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the first couple of ones. I will leave this up so that you guys can see them as I'm reading them. But as I mentioned, this is the sorry, it's upside down. The Princess of Swords in reverse. And just because a card came out in reverse, it does not mean that it's necessarily bad. There may just be a message there that we need to take a look at. So in reverse, the Princess of Swords talks about a uncomfortable situation. It says, this is not a comfortable situation to manage, where boredom or spitefulness can turn an energized thinker into a destructive being. When understimulated, the Princess of Swords can quickly lose its motivation and drive. It can be difficult to turn things around as a lack of discipline is involved, and deep-rooted insecurities are holding off success. With too much time to overthink, the Princess of Swords mind can venture into dark places, so it's best to keep them occupied and inspired at all times. This person's ability to focus is excellent as long as they're engaged in a unique challenge. So this week, try to find things that will keep you occupied, not in the way that you are going to be running away from situations, but rather somewhere where you can transmute this energy. It could be creativity, sports, something that feels good for you. We are also in Mercury retrograde, hence why it's understandable why there could be like a lack of discipline or insecurities coming up, because this Mercury retrograde is going to be bringing up a lot of things to the surface so that we can take a look at them. We also have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this talks about resistance, fear, anxiety, and inertia. When it is upside, when it's right side up, it talks about like comfort and a period where like things are more like going in flow. So stop trying to resist anything that comes up this week, especially going back to what the Princess of Swords was talking about. If there is going to be a lot of unconscious, like rooted behavior that comes up, don't resist that. Don't be afraid of looking at it. Again, the collective is going through just some heavy energy at the moment. So don't let these like behaviors or fears that are coming up control you, and try to move from a place with like love and kindness, not only to others but with yourself as well. And then we have the Five of Diamonds. Thank you guys for joining. It's been a while since I've done one of these. So I'm trying to get back into the flow of doing readings again, collective readings. All right, so the Five of Diamonds, it talks about, it says, beware of frivolous spending at this point in time. Financially, things are moving a little slower than you'd hope for. This is an excellent time for you to reconnect with the universe, as there may be a deeper meaning to this lack of abundance you are experiencing. Take full responsibility and try to set your ego aside, especially if you need to ask someone for help. Again, this is all connected. Usually the Wheel of Fortune has to do with finances, and so here we're talking about financial stability again, and things coming up because of Mercury retrograde. So be careful of where you're spending not only your money but also your energy throughout this week and throughout Mercury retrograde. Take responsibility for where things may have come to the place that they came because of your own actions. And again, that goes back to things coming up to the surface to be looked at. And then we have the Four of Swords, which is also in reverse. The Four of Swords in reverse says that you're not listening to your body despite its attempt to communicate with you. If you continue to overwork yourself, you might put yourself in some serious danger or even experience a challenging kind of spiritual awakening. The longer you refuse to rest and listen, the longer your road to recovery will be. That's something that I can't emphasize enough. You guys, don't overwork yourselves. I know that there is a lot that needs to be taken care of. I know that we're continuously stressing about finances or things that we have to do, but if we're constantly in overdrive and not taking care of our bodies, the universe is going to come in, step in, and teach you the lesson in a different way, in a more painful way. It can manifest in mental illness, in physical pain, in different ways, because our body is holding all that weight on, all that energetic weight, not just the physical weight as well. So take some time this week to, again, as we're going through Mercury retrograde, take time to slow down, think about the things that are coming up, really go inward, see where you can. We can't control everything, right? But you can look at where you can make changes in order to be in a place of more clarity and peace throughout this week. Again, especially with Mercury retrograde, a lot of fears, anxiety, a lot of our shadow is coming up to the surface. There is a lot of swords. It's a lot of swords in here. But then we have the Seven of Swords. And this one is also in reverse. The Seven of Swords says, while being diplomatic and proceeding logically is represented in the Seven of Swords, there is a whole other meaning to this card. Reverse, the Seven of Swords card indicates a possibility of deception and dishonesty. Someone withholding vital information from you, but telling themselves that their actions are justified, as they are not actively lying to you. Stay flexible and docile to avoid heated discussions. There is no point in trying to reason with a corrupt person. Play the game and beat them at it. Yeah, guys, so I feel like a lot of this energy is, once again, going back to Mercury retrograde. Just be discerning of people. Look at ways where where not only other people may be dishonest and deceptive with you, but how are you being dishonest and deceiving yourself? Like I've mentioned, a lot of things are going to be coming up to the surface this Mercury retrograde. A lot of our shadow as well. And I always say, whatever we skip will trip us up later. And so if there are things that you have to look at, assess, this is going to be the time that just these things are going to be coming up to the surface for you to take a look at them. And the King of Swords is the last one that we have. And I might just pull for advice as well. All right, so the King of Swords says, if you need honest and trustworthy advice, King of Swords is your person. He fights for what he feels is right and believes in the importance of fairness. He does not take emotionality into account, so playing the victim won't go very far with the King of Swords. Instead, he only approves of the most logical conclusion and values decision to promote long-term results. Rather than instant gratification, excellent communication skills are what allow the King of Swords to thrive in a professional environment. He sees right through disingenuous human beings and isn't afraid to call them out on their lies, which is another reason why the King of Swords represents a strong and very much like leader. Again, going back to the Seven of Swords in reverse. This also talks about somebody who is able to see through those lies, someone who's able to communicate. And if you don't already know, there's a lot of miscommunication that happens during Mercury retrograde as well. So just be very aware of how you go about things, and because things can be taken very, how do I say it? People will get triggered a lot faster around this time as well as this week. And with that being said, I think I want to just pull for advice, and then I'll go ahead and end this. Spirit, can I get any advice for the rest of this week, please? What is the advice for the week? That was too many. Can I get one card, please? One card for the advice. Actually, this feels like, so it's the Six of Swords. And the advice that comes with the Six of Swords is, it says, thankfully you are able to breathe again, as the Six of Swords signifies you're sailing away from stormy waters with the sea of tranquility and healing. This card is about going through a transition and deciding to leave your past behind for good. In respect to trauma and hurt from past relationships, the Six of Swords allows you to love and trust again. You are now transitioning back into balance and feeling more like yourself. Luck is on your side as you sail forth and establish new connections. I think that that's a beautiful way to end this reading. So I guess just to wrap this up, yeah, just when you're moving through this week, move with a lot of discernment. Really see past people's intentions, and also, again, not only look for dishonesty outside of yourself, but also within yourself. How are you not being honest with yourself? How are you not taking care of yourself? What are things that you can do to get some rest? As long as you guys keep cool, calm, and collected throughout this week and through the rest of Mercury retrograde, as the advice said, you're gonna get through this smoothly. I hope that this resonates with somebody out there. Thank you guys for receiving these messages, and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And yeah, thank you for joining me.